Okay, hello everybody. Good afternoon over here. Okay, so today our seminar here we will focus on two chapters only, which is your chapter one, chapter one and chapter two. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 over here. So later I will teach you how to use my short notes here, but I will not go through the whole thing. Just to share with you all of you here. I'm not going through the whole thing here. I'm not teaching. I'm not focused on teaching today. I'm more focused on the latihan. So today, our target is to do Form 5 chapter. Wait lah. So our focus is to do Form 5 chapter revision, chapter 1 and chapter 2, but we more focus on doing latihan, which is the exercises. Okay, the exercise over here. We're more focused on exercise. I will go through the thing. So everybody, you okay? You understand? Okay. So now let's look at this one over here. Now, I recommend you guys, if you really cannot see my nota, because I understand my nota, the words there a little bit small. If you really can see, then kindly download a PDF file, because at least PDF you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you can still see the whole thing very clear, you know. Okay, but before we talk about the chapter 1 and chapter 2, I would like to go through a little bit about your exam format. Okay, your exam format, because you guys are Form 5, a bit special today, this time. So for Form 5, your paper exam, even though it's first term exam, but I realize that some school they have full paper, some school they don't have full paper. So it really depends on the school, okay? But I still explain the full format for you first. So SPM SEJARAH paper, if we look at full paper we have two sections, means two parts, two paper, one paper two. Paper 1 here. So let's look at this. Paper 1 over here, we have the objective 40 questions. So each question's worth 1 mark. Okay, 40 marks. Then paper 2, we have the paper 2 is the writing paper. So the writing paper, we have the 4 structured questions and 5 essay questions for you. So the 4 structured questions, remember, structure. The structured question means got ABC one. And the ABC total worth 10 marks. So remember, total worth 10 marks. So over here, you have 40 marks, means that each question, all of them, you know, one question, 10 marks. Sorry, a bit caca here. Sorry. Okay. Oh, that's just not adjustment there. Sorry. Okay, everybody. So just now I mentioned that structure question, right? You have the part A, B, C. So you know total 10 marks here. I explain this is because I realized that some of the students, they still don't understand. So just remember, paper 2, we have the ABC. ABC total 10 marks. Total 10 marks over here. So remember 10 marks here. Each, you need to settle 4 questions for me. 4 times 10 means 40. Total 40. And then here you can see 5 questions. And it's the buka. The buka means essay. Meaning they will give you 5 essay questions. Again, the essay also got the ABC. But total is 20 marks here for each question here. Can hear me, right? Everybody can hear me and can see, right? Okay, so under this case, everybody, the ABC total 20 marks are. Here, we have 60. So meaning you need to choose 3 questions for me. You need to answer 3 questions. Jawab 3 soalan. Ini jawab semua soalan. Boleh faham tak? Okay. Why am I showing you this format here, everybody? Yo, for some of you just joined. So everybody, why I'm showing you this part here? Because I want to prove it to you all. Your writing section, the writing part here, structure and essay, a lot of marks. So everybody, that's why I say today, I'm not focused on teaching, you know. I don't want to input you guys. I don't want to spoon feed you guys the knowledge, but I'm going to teach you how to do the latihan and write the answer. And what are the answers? I will teach you. At first, I will do it together with you. After that, I will show you the marking scheme. Marking scheme is your marking schema. Itu skema jawapan. You still remember? Your teacher will base on the schema jawapan to mark. So you need to know what points, what answer they write. You write, you can get marks. You must learn. Because you see, guys, you must write, you know. You must write, you know. You must learn how to write the answer. Write the relevant answer. Because a lot of students, they just read, and then go inside exam, they otak kosong. Because they panic, they stress. So they otak kosong. So don't just read, but also do the question. And some of the students, they read, wow, very, very good, very good. They read a lot. They tell me, teacher, I got prepare, why I got prepare. But when go inside exam, right, I look at their exam paper, everything empty. I ask her why. She said, I don't understand what the question asking. That's the thing. That is another problem. They read the textbook, they understand. They read my nota, they understand. Inside the class, when I explain, they understand. But when it comes to do the question, when they look at the Malay word, they tak faham. You miss out the whole thing again. So writing part here. So I need to guide you on it. Okay? So everybody, you clear with our focus target today. So I'm showing you this is because I want to prove it to you. Writing part very important. Writing part very, I mean, of course, objective also peranan penting lah, also play an important role lah. But then objective you do it on your own. Okay? Objective you do it on your own. It's just that the writing part there. The writing part there. Okay? So let's continue back to here. Now, everybody, if you feel that I'm a bit too fast, you want to screenshot, because especially later we will write a lot of answers, jawapan, go through a lot of things. If you think that I'm too fast, kindly stop me. Stop me by pressing 3. If you guys are all good, you just press 1. Clear? If you guys are all good, you just press 1. Okay, right? Okay. So everybody, let's look at here. Chapter 1 over here. Now, everybody, listen. I know you guys may be thinking that, teacher, I don't understand chapter 1, man. I want the teaching one. You may go and refer the last year video. I will also teach. It's just that I will not go through every single point because 2 hours I can't finish everything. 2 hours is quite limited for me 2 chapters there. So everybody, later when I teach, when I do the latihan, I will also explain. It's just that if you are expecting like I explain the detail, no. I just want to share with you, no. Because I believe you guys know already. Now, Form 5, Chapter 1 and 2 is very important. Number 1 is talking about kedaulatan negara. The moment we talk about kedaulatan negara, everybody, you know what is kedaulatan, right, everyone? Now, for those who attended my class before, the moment you see kedaulatan is referring to what? It's referring to the power. So you see, you must understand the topic here. Yes, it's talking about kekuasaan tertinggi. Wait let me adjust a bit Kekuasaan tertinggi. Kuasa tertinggi, sorry. So remember, kedaulatan is referring to kuasa tertinggi over here. Okay, remember this for me, okay? Kedaulatan means kuasa tertinggi. Means the greatest power, the sovereignty. Okay, just think like this. Form 5 Chapter 1, why they talk about kedaulatan negara? Why they talk about negara? It's because you're Form 4. You still remember your Form 4 syllabus? It's connected, it's continuation, continuing from your Form 4. Because your Form 4 is talking about finally we got our merdeka. Okay? You see, we've been through a lot of process after the Japanese, after the communists, and then so many things happened. Finally, we achieved merdeka. Form 4 Chapter 10, we're celebrating merdeka. So right now, you need to know, after we got merdeka, okay, so after we got merdeka, kemerdekaan means what? Kemerdekaan means that we have the freedom, independence, and we have the power. And you need to know, what is this power all about? So you need to know the concept, you need to know the maksud. The maksud. In this case, concept 1.1 over here is talking about the maksud. We have the general explanation, the maksud umum. So when we talk about the maksud umum is kuasa tertinggi, the rights, the ability, remember, to lead the government. And then in BM, Arab, BI, and English, BI is English, and also Yunani, Greek. Remember, everybody. Remember. So you see, your 1.1, you must always remember when we're explaining the concept, when we're explaining the marks, basically it's the maksud. You need to know, this concept, this power, when we talk about the power, what does it mean? What does this idea talk about? So it is referring to the maksud. Okay? So you see, 1.1 is talking about the maksud. So you need to know what is the maksud in BM, in Arab language, BI, and Yunani, the Greek. And also got the pendapat lah. Pendapat, I would say not important lah, but you just read through on your own. Because this one in SPM not very important, but in your first term exam, you still need to go through the pendapat tokoh. You still remember we have a few representative, the Ibnu Khaldun, all those, you go through it. You go through it with your, at home. You read through. Okay, now 1.2 is talking about all the ciri-ciri. Now listen, imagine, see, kedaulatan, you need to understand what is the concept, what is the maksud, and then ciri-ciri over here, this is what? Ciri-ciri is telling you, when the moment you have the power, right, what are the ciri-ciri you have? You must have what kind of ciri-ciri? Example, when the moment we have the power, a country that has the power, you able to what? You have your own government. Mempunyai pemerintahan. Mempunyai undang-undang. Mempunyai sempadan. Mempunyai rakyat. You have the power to own this thing, control this thing. You understand? So we have the government, we have the people, we have our land, because we draw the line, because right now we merdeka already ma. We can draw a borderline, the sempadan and the undang-undang. And 1.3 is talking about the kepentingan. What's the importance of having this? What's the importance of having this kedaulatan, kuasa tertinggi? And the langkah-langkah. The langkah-langkah. The langkah-langkah is what? The importance of having the power is to manage the government. We can control our economy. We can control the social, right? So we have a lot of benefits. Later we'll go through it. Don't worry. Later we'll go through it. But right now I'm showing you this overview. So everybody, the last one here is langkah-langkah. Ini langkah-langkah special sikit. You need to base on two perspectives. One is the leader, pemerintah. The other one is based on the rakyat. So langkah-langkah pemerintah, langkah-langkah rakyat. So you need to know, as a leader, as a government leader, as a citizen, what do we need to do to defend our kedaulatan? So remember, kedaulatan means kuasa tertinggi. This is chapter 1. Now everybody, I mentioned just now, if any one of you here, you think that, wow, teacher, the notes very small, the word a bit hard to see, you can download the PDF file. At least you can zoom in, zoom out and see the words. Now, the reason why we do the notes become like this, because I want to prove it to you, everybody, when you study sejarah, don't just memorize. I always tell a student, imagine sejarah is just like a tree. That's why we make this mind map like a memory tree. So you need to know what's your roots. And then you branch out. Okay, when we learn chapter 1, we need to understand what is the word. The keyword is kedaulatan. And then you branch out the maksud, branch out ciri-ciri, and then branch out. Okay? So imagine like a tree. That's how you relate. And that's the moment you find out, oh, this one important. Hey, this is the keyword, This is the keyword. You must remember. If you don't remember all these things, you see, just now got students, they mix up. They thought that, I mean, that one is chapter 2 lah. Example like this one, latar belakang. I got one student say, teacher, latar belakang perlembagaan not actually is not the upper two. They say, because the question is asking them to jelaskan latar belakang. So the student tell me, teacher, can I just write maksud? Hey, maksud and latar belakang different, Maksud is maksud. Takrif is takrif. Takrif means the meaning. Latar belakang is not. Latar belakang is background. You need to tell me since when we have the perlembagaan, Malacca, Malaysia, and then, everything. So you see, that's why I say, you must understand what is the root. Only you memorize all those, leaves, those branches, everything. You understand? Imagine this is sejarah, is like a tree. So later we'll branch out. Okay, now chapter 2. Now chapter 2, I told you, chapter 1 is talking about the power. Kuasa tertinggi. Then chapter 2, everybody, for those who attended my class before, perlembagaan is what? Apa tertinggi? Just now is kuasa tertinggi. Perlembagaan is undang tertinggi lo. I write a lot of short form. If you don't understand anything, you ask. Okay undang-undang tertinggi means what? Federal constitution. Means the most important law, undang-undang yang paling tertinggi. So again, as I say, you need to know this latar belakang, like why we have this undang-undang tertinggi. The latar belakang, the background, the story. I told you, since Malacca era, we already have the law. So it's not like a new thing. It's not like, oh, teacher, because we got Merdeka. No, long time ago, we already have our undang-undang. So latar belakang is the background, a very brief introduction on it. And the second one, 2.2, is talking about your sejarah. Since when we create our undang-undang? Since when? The very first time we create our own rules, undang-undang. Because you see, Perlembagaan is talking about undang-undang. So since when? And then after that, how we create our undang-undang for our country, Merdeka that time. You still remember your Form 4? Suruhanjaya read. So it will be repeated over here. Okay, the sejarah. And then the ciri-ciri utama, yes. When we create our undang-undang, we have ciri-ciri traditional and modern, right? Ciri-ciri traditional and modern. And remember, in your 2.4 here, we talk about pindaan perlembagaan. There's some changes in our law. So what's the changes? And why do we need to change? So dekat sini, I got explain. The purpose of doing this pindaan changing, upgrading, is because we have something, some new states join us, our country. I told you, new changes. So we need to adapt into the situation, menyesuaikan peruntukan negeri baru. So this is the overview of your chapter 2. Boleh faham tak, everybody? Clear? So if everybody you good, then let's quickly look at the branch out. I told you it's like a memory tree. 记忆树 memory tree. So everybody, let's look at this one. Now, when we talk about the kedaulatan, this is my short notes. Okay, let me teach you. I told you, this is the roots. So the branch out. This is the stem. I don't know why is it called, my science very bad one. You understand what I'm saying, right? So the concept. So when we talk about the concept, when you need to understand the concept, right? Okay, you need to focus on these two things. Number one is the meaning. The general ta'rif and the ta'rif, this word. So I focus the maksud first, the upper part here. So basically this one is explaining long time ago, we already have this concept, blah, blah, blah. This one is like objective. This one very easy. So I want to focus on these two parts here. Ta'rif, kedaulatan, and ta'rif bahasa. What is ta'rif? Ta'rif means you explain the meaning for the word, for the phrase. Basically, it's maksud lah. The moment you see ta'rif, you see maksud lah. Sama saja. Okay? So when we explain the word kedaulatan, see, ta'rif kedaulatan means the meaning of the word lah, the general explanation lah. This is the elaboration. Tengok, this one is the thing that you need to memorize. So you see, if they're asking you ta'rif kedaulatan means the word only, the general explanation, you need to tell me it's kuasa tertinggi, 1 mark. You tell me that this is the ability. I told you the power So kuasa tertinggi, kewibawaan, hak. So the power to do what? The power to manage a country. This is also proving that we are a country that is merdeka, independence, freedom. So kewibawaan kepada negara yang bebas. See, this is point number 1. Point number 2. The power to do what? We have the rights, we have the power to lead the government, manage the government. Hak pemerintah dan pentadbiran. Ini point yang ketiga. So now, the moment you see, they're asking you to explain the kedaulatan word, you know what you need to memorize already, these 3 answers. And then in exam, you write the sentence. Okay? Now, number 2 here, ta'rif. Now, ta'rif is what? Again, ta'rif is the meaning. Ta'rif bahasa means what? You need to base on the language. Tengok. Kalau in your exam, they mention bahasa Yunani, English, and Arab and Melayu. Explain the word ta'rif kedaulatan dalam bahasa-bahasa ini, then you need to know all these answers. You need to give me Yunani. I will go for super anus, right? Super anus very powerful. So agung tertinggi. Agung tertinggi, that's the meaning. Super anus bermaksud agung atau tertinggi. 1 mark. Here, 1 mark here. Then the other one here, English, sovereignty. Sovereignty means what? The country has the full power in terms of leadership. Means you can lead the government. Kuasa penuh dalam terhadap pemerintahan. Daulah, Arab. In Arab language, because in BM we call daulat. So in Arab it's called daulah. Okay, just remember Arab, Islam, Allah. So daulah. So daulah, kuasa pemerintahan sebuah kerajaan. Sebuah kuasa tertinggi terhadap pemerintahan. I want you guys to look carefully here. That's how you should memorize. Don't just take the book and then hafal. Understand first. Okay, the moment I see this meaning, then you give all these relevant answers. Here 1 mark, the elaboration 1 mark. This is the English word. English word and then English explanation. Based on the English word, you explain. Sovereignty means what? The country has the full power in terms of leadership. Daulat, same thing. Daulat. Kuasa pemerintahan, kekuasaan tertinggi, pemerintahan. Everyone here, you all clear? You understand, right? Okay. So everybody here, that's how you should study. That's how you use my nota. Okay, now you have the idea. Okay, then when we talk about the journeys means the type, journeys, kedaulatan. So how many types of kedaulatan we have? So we have the kedaulatan tradisional, kedaulatan modern, kedaulatan undang-undang, kedaulatan antarabangsa. Traditional, modern, undang-undang, antarabangsa. Okay, traditional, modern, undang-undang, antarabangsa. So how I memorize is this, guys. Listen, just now I said, when we explain the general thing, you can use the short form. No worries. You can use like, I have one student suggest the journeys, ti mau, tak mau. Okay, but this is how I remember lah. Okay, this is how I remember lah. First of all, I will always tell the student I memorize these two first. Okay, because every time when we talk about the power, okay, when we talk about the power, we will say the king ada power lo. Am I right? When we talk, because kedaulatan is referring to the power kedaulatan is referring to the power okay, the king. So remember the king has the power lah. So ini kedaulatan traditional. And then what about today? Today our king has the full power. No Today democracy So ini kedaulatan modern. So you see kedaulatan traditional is the king. You don't believe? You see, I told you. Kedaulatan traditional is basically telling you that last time the king, the government has full power. See, berkuasa mutlak. Berkuasa mutlak. The king has the full power. They have the power to control the land, the people, control everything. Ini kuasa mutlak, 100% power, meaning 100% power. Okay, and number 2, kedaulatan raja-raja Melayu. Kedaulatan raja-raja Melayu. So you see, I told you, referring to the king. Kedaulatan traditional ialah kedaulatan raja-raja Melayu. So the raja-raja has the power and the leadership. So here, they mention. And then the kedudukan raja, kedudukan dan kedaulatan raja diperkukuhkan dengan taat setiap rakyat. Okay? The reason why the king can maintain their position and the power, their status, is because of the citizens' loyalty. They control, they have the power. Now, kedaulatan modern ini, I told you, is the citizen. Citizens starts to aware that we have the rights. And since when? Your Form 4 Chapter 2, idea negara bangsa. You still remember your Form 4 Chapter 2 nationalism? The revolution thingy? Right. So the Western countries started first. So you see, I explained. The Western countries started first, and we start to relate this to our citizens' rights. And therefore, our government starts to become what? Kerajaan berperlembagaan. Kerajaan berperlembagaan means what? The king creates the law and to strengthen the government. Kerajaan berperlembagaan, you see, kerajaan means we still have the king. We still have the king leading the government, the kingdom. But right now, they create the law to manage the government. So meaning the king and everybody, the government leaders and the citizen, everybody needs to follow the perlembagaan. follow the undang-undang tertinggi. That's why your chapter 2 talks about the perlembagaan. Boleh faham? Tengok, modernization. That's why we talk about the nationalism. That's why we talk about the nationalism. It is related to the nationalism. And then we talk about that we should focus on the citizen, the rakyat, the bangsa dan bahasa. Bukan itu penjajah, bukan itu kerajaan. We should focus on the citizen. That's what they explain. Okay? Kedaulatan, modern. So since we mentioned the king and the law already, so now point number 3, kedaulatan, undang-undang. So you know lah, undang-undang is very important. See, semua orang, kerajaan dan rakyat terikat oleh undang-undang yang perlu dipatuhi. The government and the citizen, everyone in this country, you need to follow the undang-undang. That's why they say kedaulatan, greatest, highest, kuasa tertinggi. The undang-undang is the kuasa tertinggi. Why must we put the undang-undang kuasa tertinggi? Because this is to make sure keadilan and make sure our country fair, aman, stabil, and makmur. Boleh faham? And the last one is kedaulatan antarabangsa lah. Imagine you have the power already. So dekat itu international level kan. We have the status, we have the power. So you see, we are being recognized by a country yang tidak boleh dicabuli. Dicabuli means what? We are not being bullied. We are not being controlled by the others. You get the idea? So internationally, we have the power over here. This is the journey's kedaulatan. All clear? All good? Yeah? Easy? Okay. Then the next one over here. Ciri-ciri. Now the ciri-ciri I told you, kedaulatan means what? Again, go back to the roots. Go back to the roots here. This is the root. Kedaulatan means the power, kuasa tertinggi. So when we talk about the kuasa tertinggi, when a country has the power, so what are the characteristics they have? Means what's the special thing lah? Or when you have the power, then so what? So that you have the government. Mempunyai pemerintahan. You have your own government. We make our own decision. We have the leader yang di-Pertua Agong. Then dekat itu state government, we have the sultan atau raja. So you elaborate. See? We have the Agong. We have the apa? Institusi Beraja, Majlis Raja-Raja. We have all this Raja-Raja system. And also, of course, we have the democracy system also lah. The government with our own leadership. Number 2, we have the sempadan. Sempadan means what? I told you. We start to draw the border line. The border line means what? You start to decide, hey, this is my area. You see, I have the power to decide, draw the line. And defend my area, defend my people. Sempadan. So my elaboration here, you see, garis pemisah. Garis pemisah, and then I can defend, easy to manage, pertahanan, pembangunan ekonomi, pemerintahan, dan pentadbiran. See? Number 3, mempunyai undang-undang sendiri. I told you, we have the power, we can create our own law. No longer under British, no longer follow British law. Okay? Law. And the last one is, the citizen officially have a status like Malaysian. Malaysian. We have the status identity, kebangsaan. So everybody will loyal to the country, follow the undang-undang. We're very united together as one. So this is the ciri-ciri. So it's considered easy. It's considered easy, yeah. Okay, then the kepentingan. Everybody, kepentingan. So what's the importance of having this power? Again, go back to the roots, the power. So what's the importance of having this power? So when a country has the power, right? Meaning what? Meaning keberkesanan pentadbiran, kemakmuran ekonomi, kesejahteraan sosial, kecemerlangan hubungan luar. So very easy, right? Just think like this. Hey, we have the power. We have the power means we can manage our own way. We can make the decision. You no need to every time refer British. British. You no need to ask permission. Just like this morning, I tell the Mandarin class student, imagine you have the power. You no need every time, mommy, can I go out? Daddy, can I go out? You no need to ask for permission. So you do things faster. You can make your own decision. I decide, okay, tonight what do I need to eat? What do I need to do? Later I go out. Okay, do things faster. Keberkesanan pentadbiran. Can you see that? The management, smooth management, effective. So again, the government more efficient, effective. Can you see here my elaboration here? This one a bit complicated. This one I explain. Menjalankan urusan pentadbiran tanpa campur tangan luar. Faster dasar pentadbiran berkesan. Because we make our own decision mah. Dalam negeri mah. Kita menteri-menteri sendiri buat decision. Faster loh. Some more separated, you see. Kerjasama antara persekutuan and negeri. Federation government and the state government together kerjasama develop. So you see, the government will be good. Number 2 is our economy. And remember, we control our own economy. Last time, British control our economy leh. Last time, British control our economy. So now we decide. You see. Now, kedaulatan penting. Melaksanakan dasar kemakmuran ekonomi. So we can do our own policy. We can develop our country, change our living standards, everything. Improvement. And then the social confirm got developed. Last time, your British control our social one. How did they control our social? Control our facility, control our education. So that's why we are not so united. But now you can see, we can do our own policy that benefits to the people, and then emphasizing on knowledge melalui pendidikan, melahirkan generasi berilmu dan berkemahiran. So the government starts to emphasizing on education, everything, so that after you graduated, everything, you have the knowledge and skill, you can contribute back to the country, menyumbang kepada negara. See my elaboration here. That's what I mean, branch out. Relate and branch out. That's why I say memory tree. Okay? So the next one here, kecemerlangan hubungan luar. So the importance of having the kedaulatan is we able to make decision on our diplomatic relationship. Like we can make decision already. See, penting memberi hak menjalinkan hubungan dengan negara lain. So whether is it like diplomatic or persahabatan, we can make our own decision, and we will, mengadakan perjanjian sendiri, kerjasama loh, and we gain benefits. Last time, your British control our hubungan luar. That's why we cannot simply sign agreement. Last time, we need to ask the resident, the penasihat British, all their advice. But now, no need. We can decide our own, do our own policy. So far, everybody, you get the idea now. Ini chapter 1.3, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. Easy, right? You see, with this nota here, you can easily understand the whole concept and the whole chapter. I know you guys will say, but teacher, how to memorize and this and that. As I say, you understand first, then later you do question, you only see what you need to memorize. Later I will show you. Now, when it comes to 1.4 over here, now 1.4 over here, 1.4 over here, I told you, this one will be special one. It's talking about langkah. Be careful, a lot of students, they always thought that this is a KEBAT question. But actually, it's not. So everybody listen here. Iktibar yang telah dipelajari is what? I realized that a lot of people, they see part C, they always thought that it's KEBAT. It's like pure KEBAT. But to be honest with all of you, not every single time is pure KEBAT. You don't believe? Later, I show you a few examples. Not every single time is pure KEBAT. Sometimes you can use back your all these syllabus notes, all these points, you can use back the same points in the KEBAT questions. Okay, so example over here. I know it's a bit small, okay? So that's why I told you, you download the PDF version, at least you can, sama-sama dengan I, zoom in, zoom out. Okay, so the langkah is these 4 steps here. So what do we need to do to maintain and defend our kedaulatan? Number 1 is mewujudkan kestabilan politik and kemakmuran ekonomi. Stability, political stability and the kemakmuran ekonomi. So as a leader, as a citizen, as a leader, always is like doing a lot of policy and they themselves must avoid rasuah see, mengelakkan amalan rasuah. They must execute and do the policy well. And then as a citizen, what do we need to do? Follow rules, supporting the government's policy, whatever the government do, kita menyokong sebagai rakyat. Am I right? It's always like this one in terms of politics, economy. Perpaduan also same thing. The government do all the programs, encouraging the people, celebration, then we citizen, we join the celebration. We go for the sambutan. Patriotisme perpaduan united together as one. Perpaduan. Number 3, patriotic. So the government, what do? Organize the event emphasizing the sejarah is very important. That's why you do what? You study. You respect each other. Patriotisme. Respect each other is perpaduan. Patriotisme is you respect the country's logo. Lambang negara. Okay, all this. Next one here is pertahanan. Pertahanan is defenses. So the government needs to strengthen the defenses. Example, like you see, memodernkan aset tentera. Membinakan pasukan keselamatan. So what do we need to do? We join the pasukan keselamatan. We don't go and support all those anasio law lah. So try to avoid all those activity with the anasio law lah. Everyone here, you all clear? I'm not highlighting for you because I want you guys to go through it on your own. You need to practice how to use this nota. So this is your chapter 1. Chapter 1, done, settle. Let's go to chapter 2. Chapter 2 here, I told you, we have the latar belakang sejarah. Itu latar belakang sejarah, kalau ditanya maksud, okay, under the 2.1, they got mention maksud. So if you mention maksud, right, okay, good. If you mention maksud, good. I mean, if the question asking you maksud, then you give me all this answer. You see, listener, when they asking you maksud, right, then you tell me it's undang-undang tertinggi, and you tell me this is a written law. Ini bukan undang-undang adat, ini ada buku punya, dokumen undang-undang bertulis. And then you tell me this law is very important because menjadi panduan. Panduan dalam sistem pemerintahan. Act as a guideline. Panduan means guideline. So this law is not just for the citizen, like you and I. It's also it's also for the government leaders, pembesar, Perdana Menteri, or the Menteri, Jemaah Menteri to follow. So menjadi panduan dalam sistem pemerintahan negara. So if they ask you the maksud, okay, then you give me this. Sometimes they ask you, like, you know, they ask specifically one, so you need to see, look carefully first. Okay? So next one, everybody, asas pembentukan. Asas pembentukan. Okay, this is another important topic. So guys, speaking of our background, you see, I told you our undang-undang perlembagaan, I told you the roots is perlembagaan. So when we talk about the law, everybody, you know, I told you already, long time ago, we already have the law. So therefore, when we create the law, when we membentuk the undang-undang, what is the asas? Asas means like basic. What's the base? Apa tu base? Yeah. Means we base on what to create the law today. So we base on 2. Traditional law, which is the Malay law, Undang-Undang Negeri Melayu, and the modern law, which is the English law. So we have 2 asas over there. Can you see the idea? So when we talk about the traditional law, which is the Undang-Undang Negeri, Undang-Undang Negeri Melayu, so we talk about the Raja. We talk about the citizen needs to loyal to the king. And then you give them some example like the Undang-Undang Laut Melaka, Hukum Kanun Melaka, the Melaka law. Boleh faham? So the other one here is Undang-Undang English. English is British law, Charter of Justice. So far, everybody, you okay? So this one telling you starting from Melaka era. And then this one is Charter of Justice. British law. But remember, not every single British law is applied in our country. So they choose the one that's suitable. Piagam terpilih yang bersesuaian dengan negara kita. Yang bersesuaian dengan NNS. Because that time your British take over NNS first. So they choose a few that is suitable and relevant to them. Baru diguna pakai. So that is the basic one. You see, long time ago like this. And they tell you the sejarah. Sejarah, this is based on our country sejarah lah. Based on the sejarah, how we create the law. Penggubalan means I create something new. Like you do the law. Membuat undang-undang. So at the very beginning is our Perak state. 1877. This one is your Form 3 sejarah last time. The Perak leaders. The very first time they request to create their law. So you see, Majlis Mesyuarat Negeri Perak. Majlis Mesyuarat Negeri Perak. This is the very first time we create our own law. Okay? Number 2 is 1946. 1946 is like under British. That time is under British ma. Your British came back ma. So NNS, NNB, NMTV. So you see, masih Majlis Undangan Negeri, Majlis Persekutuan, Majlis Negeri. All this is the meeting group. You must always remember, we create the law by we using all those Majlis meeting group, just like today. How do we approve the law? How do we upgrade and change the law? Basically, is go through the parliament. Parliament is for the country, Persekutuan. Kalau is for the negeri, we go through DUN. You still remember your DUN? Form 5 chapter 3? Form 5 chapter 3, we talk about parliament and DUN. So it's the same idea concept. It's just that right now we are talking about the SEJARAH, long time ago. 1877, we are under British. So they fight for their rights. Then 1946, we are still under British. So again, it's still under British law. Then they discuss in this meeting group. Then 1948, now I think 1948, we started to fight for our local people's rights. That's why you can see here, I mentioned the Kuasa Raja lah, then the citizenship lah, everything. Because remember in 1946, this is related to a Form 4 lah. Remember 1946, your British came back and they started Malayan Union. This is the moment. The Malayan Union trying to control, but that thing is failed. That's why 1948, here, we sign a new agreement. And what? We request to have our own law and rights, to defend our rights. Remember this in 1948? And then after that, in 1957, over here, you still remember we created this Suruhanjaya Read, and we start to write the Undang-Undang, preparing our country to get Merdeka. So therefore, in 1957, these are all the Undang-Undang we have, and it's all based on this 5 terma rujukan utama. So far, everybody, you clear? I will suggest you guys to read more on 1948 and 1957. Because that's the moment we start to writing the Undang-Undang for our own country. Especially 1957, because we Merdeka ma. Everyone here, you get the idea? So far, so good. Yeah. This is a concept, the law, introduction. Actually, 2.1 and 2.2 is more like an introduction. And then 2.3, this one, ciri-ciri utama, very important. So you see, 2.3, I know it's super small. That's why I'm asking you to download the soft copy. So basically, ciri-ciri utama, we are ciri-ciri traditional. Always remember, traditional is long time ago, means that in our tradisi, Kesultanan Melayu Melaka there, they already mentioned all this law. So we talk about the king, the kingdoms, kesultanan atau pemerintahan beraja. We talk about agama Islam. We talk about bahasa Melayu. We talk about the Malay and the Bumiputra, their status. Hak istimewa, kedudukan orang Melayu dan Bumiputra. It's all about the Malay, the traditional law. And then you elaborate lah. Like example, the kesultanan, you need to know the sultan position. And then today we have Agong. Today, Agong's position, Agong's rights is what? So you mention lah. You mention dekat sini. Explanation. And then agama Islam, agama rasmi. Bahasa Melayu, bahasa ilmu, bahasa kebangsaan, bahasa rasmi. Right? Lingua franca. See? Bahasa rasmi. Lingua franca means that trading language. So they're telling you, long time ago, we already used this as our trading language. 经商之语. And today, you see, bahasa rasmi. This one kedudukan orang Melayu. You also have true. Okay, then ciri-ciri modern. Ciri-ciri modern is something new. So remember, this one is all Melayu. Everything focus on Melayu. Okay, ciri-ciri modern is what? It's introduced by British. Because of British came here and kemajuan negara kita. We start to change ma. Modernization, improvement, change. That's why we have this concept kerajaan persekutuan, sistem demokrasi berparlimen, kewarganegaraan, citizenship. Think about it. British is the one that introduced the what we call federal system. It's true. Your NNMB started by British. It's not by us. We are not combined together one last time. We are all separated one. Asing kan. Tapi British is the one that persekutu. So this system is started by them. So that's why it's considered Chiri modern. Democracy system also caused by them because they bring in the model Westminster ma. Model Westminster ma. And then kewarganegaraan is the citizenship. Because of British. That's why we talk about the citizenship in the law. So all these things is recorded in the undang-undang. Clear? Okay with this one? Yeah? So if everybody good, let's look at the 2.4 over here. The last one here, very easy. You just need to remember, is the changes. I told you, something changed in our country. That's why we need to adapt. Menyesuaikan peruntukan negeri baru ke dalam perlembagaan. Tanpa mengubah kedudukan negeri yang sedia ada. We need to adapt to the new situation without changing the current benefit, current status. So when we change pindaan 1963, pindaan 1965. Very easy one. Just remember the timing. 1963 is because of what? Malaysia form. We have a new country called Malaysia. Right? Lu. So Malaysia got, we have the new members, right? Can any one of you tell me who are the 4 members that joined Malaysia is what? What's the members? Faster. Singapore, okay. SG. PTM, thank you so much. I thought you guys were going to tell me, wow, all the states. No. Only PSSS. P and the 3S. Persekutuan Tanah Melayu, Singapore, Sarawak, Sabah that joined Malaysia. No Brunei. Brunei didn't join. Brunei being invited, but didn't join us. Boleh faham? So tengok, we have new members here. Negeri baru. That's why we need to do some upgrade loh. We need to say, you still remember in your chapter 5, when we formed Malaysia that time, your Sabah Sarawak got tuntutan got some request one got some kuasa autonomy your Sabah Sarawak says that I have some rights one, you know. So that's why we need to adjust sikit. And also we talk about the mahkamah structure. The mahkamah structure lah. And then in 1965, something happened again. Who left us? Your Singapore. So pemisahan SG. Pemisahan Singapore. So Singapore left us. That's why this incident causes we need to remove all the perkara-perkara, usul-usul that relates to the Singapore law. Dimansuhkan semua perkara-perkara yang berkaitan dengan Singapura dimansuhkan dalam perlembagaan. See? Semua perkara berkaitan dengan Singapura dimansuhkan. Dimansuhkan means abolish the systems. So basically everybody, this is your chapter 2. Chapter 1 and chapter 2. I go through a lot with you. So now, everybody, shall we try the latihan together now? I told you chapter 1, we will do it together. Chapter 2 onwards, I will show you the answer. Because chapter 2, I give a lot of essay. Chapter 2, I give a lot of essay, honestly speaking. So I will go through the whole answer for you so that you know how it works, you know, the marking scheme. Okay? Clear? Okay. So everybody, now let's look at page number 7 here. Page number 7 here. Okay, I do use some different colors, okay? All right. So, I think it's page number 7. Yep, you are right. Page number 7, okay? So everybody, shall we try? So let me prove it to you. Just like I told you this morning, jelaskan latar belakang kedaulatan negara kita. Negara kita, 2 marks. So 2 marks only, meaning you don't need to write like super long. Just briefly telling me. So what happened? Latar belakang, when we talk about latar belakang, is background. Kedaulatan is the roots. Remember, the topic, the roots. Kedaulatan means what? Kuasa tertinggi. So everybody, tell me, since when we have, this is not asking you to explain the maksud. Right? I write down for you is because I want you guys to remember kuasa tertinggi lah. Kedaulatan means kuasa tertinggi, the power, the greatest power. So you need to tell me our country, the background, like since when we started to have our power back. Since like when? Based on our latar belakang. Latar belakang means you flashback your sejarah. thing last time when we have the power to make decision, to control the government, control the economy, control the social, we have the power to do so. Is it after Merdeka? After Merdeka, you get 1 mark. Before Merdeka, which stage? After Merdeka, you get 1 mark. Really? Actually, your kedaulatan have 3 stage here. Kedaulatan negara. Mula. Started. Ever since. Sejak. Zaman. Kesultanan Melayu Melaka. Your Malacca Kingdom. Melayu Malacca Kingdom. Like this, you get 1 mark. Oh, this is one answer, ma. Okay. Then I told you already, ma. Seterusnya, kedaulatan negara kita diikuti. Okay, guys, sometimes I didn't write the full answers for all of you. You know why? Because I need to be fast. So if your school teacher asking you to write like full sentence and then you see all this penanda wacana, just do it for your teacher. Do it for your teacher, okay? So you see, I write down for you loh. Seterusnya, kedaulatan diikuti dengan kemerdekaan tanah Melayu, our country. Merdeka. In the year of what? Tanah Melayu pada tahun 1957. And then you can see, depending on you, you want to write this extra answer down or not. Because normally I will write, when I do exercise, I will write down 1 more extra answer. It is my habit. 1963. So, when we form Malaysia here, memantapkan. Memantapkan means what? Stabilize. Telah memantapkan negara, bangsa kita. You can elaborate by saying that yang bebas dan berdaulat. See, right now we become a country which is freedom and berdaulat. Tengok, berdaulat, kedaulatan. So the answer here, number 1 is Kesultanan Melayu Melaka. Number 2 is 1957. Number 3 is 1963. Ini latar belakang. Jangan tulis takrif atau maksud. You write takrif and maksud off topic, not relevant. So that's what I'm trying to say here. You need to do more practice. Sometimes you read the nota, the nota just telling you, oh, this is also under latar belakang, so you thought that can. But actually in your questions, no, they are not asking for latar belakang. That's why I say you need to focus on the questions. Now, question number 2B over here. Guys, if you cannot finish, why are lagging already? If you cannot finish, right? Screenshot. And wait. Oh my God, my Wi-Fi lag, Joe. My Wi-Fi lag, oh my God, why like that? Friday, I also lag. Now they also lag. Dan berdaulat. Everybody, you following? Okay. So everybody, let's continue. Takrif. Explain the takrif in Bahasa Arab and Bahasa Melayu. 2 marks each. Super easy. You just tell me. Dalam Bahasa Arab, kedaulatan ialah apa? Perkataan come from the word daulah. So like this, you get 1 mark. Okay, but I want to be fast, so I continue my sentence. Yang bermaksud. Everybody, what's the meaning? See, the meaning is the power. Remember kuasa. Kedaulatan means the power. The power to do what? The power to lead the government. Kuasa pemerintahan. Sesebuah kerajaan. So you mentioned daulat, daulah. You get 1 mark. And then you tell me the maksud, 2nd mark. Why like K1? Can see oh. By the way, my screen lag only, right? Not my voice lag oh. If like this, later I'm gonna show the whole answer. Hi, why like that? So dark. Continue. BM. So the BM word is called daulat lah. Right? So the meaning itself is what? Daulat, the word, bermaksud kekuasaan tertinggi. See? The power, the greatest power. Terhadap pemerintahan negara. Okay? Okay. I think I really need to show. Just now I write in Mandarin class 1. Can I? Everybody copy the answer already? Then it's time for us to look at the K-part. Okay, the K-part So I show you the afternoon session one because I see my screen super lag. I tak boleh tahan. So I'll be, a bit angry a bit. Okay, so it's okay. Come, let's look at this. Everyone here for part C, yes, I know you guys will say, wow, teacher, this one K-part. Hey, but chill first. Read the question. Apakah rumusan yang boleh dibuat dengan konsep kedaulatan? They're asking you to make rumusan. What is rumusan? From you learn from BM. Rumusan means what? Like a conclusion, summary. So this one looks very difficult, but actually they just want you to briefly explain the whole concept of kedaulatan. So as long as you tell me, okay, teacher, kedaulatan is kuasa tertinggi, 1 mark. Kedaulatan is talking about the power to control the government, 1 mark. See? The rights to control the government. Freedom, I got one student say, kebebasan bagi sesebuah negara. Can. The moment you say bebas. But in this case, I write a very easy one. I say bebas daripada kongkongan kuasa asing. Kongkongan means control. Jajahan. Control. See? So it's like, you can write the general explanation. Remember just now we mentioned the general explanation? Just copy everything down. Then you add one more answer. So you see, when the government can manage their own country, their own government, menjalankan pemerintahan terhadap sebuah negara yang bebas dan merdeka. So this is like K-part. So sometimes K-part is not like pure K-part lah. You can refer back to your syllabus, think back, try to think and relate. So that's why I say relate is very important. You must relate. So remember, when you do exam questions, read carefully what they're asking. Sometimes it's not that difficult one. Yes, I understand sometimes it's very difficult the question, but it's not until like you cannot answer at all one ma. So don't leave it blank, guys. Promise me, don't leave it blank. Try your best. Write something relevant related to the questions. You never know. You might score marks. Okay? So everybody, this is the question number 1 over here. Now, question number 2, super easy lah. You know the Janice kedaulatan. So before I show you the answer, anyone of you here can try to tell me what is X and Y. I teach you. You see the traditional. Traditional means the king. So last time the king got the power. Today, we have the kedaulatan modern. Very good. So kedaulatan modern means what? We have the undang-undang. Yes. So you see, kedaulatan modern, kedaulatan undang-undang. Think like this. Last time the king got the power ma. Today is the citizen, nationalism. We raise awareness already ma. So then we talk about the undang-undang, the law. Okay, easy. So right now they're asking you to explain kedaulatan traditional. You haven't copied the answer. It's okay lah. Later you watch the video, can lah. Now you focus first and then you screenshot first. Okay. So everybody, you see when you explain kedaulatan traditional over here, what happened here is, look carefully, everybody. Kedaulatan tradisional merujuk kepada, or you can just say adalah. What is kedaulatan tradisional? Kedaulatan tradisional means our government, last time the government, sistem pemerintahan, berkuasa mutlak. What is berkuasa mutlak? Like this, you get 1 mark. Berkuasa mutlak, you get 1 mark. Means having full power. Having full power means what? Menguasai sepenuh. Up to you. Because in my short notes there, I realized I didn't mention this. So I write down this for my Mandarin class just now. So normally this is how I remember. Berkuasa mutlak. Mutlak means 100% full power. 100% full power means what? The king, the government, the leader last time, they can control everything sepenuhnya dalam segala urusan negara. Can control everything. That's why I say full, sepenuh. Like this, you get 1 mark also. So here, 1 mark. You mention kuasa mutlak, then you mention menguasai sepenuhnya. 2nd mark. And then you can say, this is referring to your Raja-Raja Melayu. Point number 3, easy settle. I told you, normally the question 2 marks, right? If possible, you try to give 1 more. If got time lah. Kalau you not enough time to finish the behind question, then you finish behind question first. But you know, you can always give extra 1 more answer, no harm one. Not wrong. I mean, tada kesalahan one, you just write. Then if let's say the first answer wrong, you know, you never know, sometimes you careless mistake, first answer wrong, at least the behind the last answer can top up. Boleh faham? And the last one over here, you can tell me, the kedudukan dan kedaulatan raja diperkukuhkan oleh kesetiaan taat setia rakyat, strengthened by the citizens' loyalty. So you can mention that. Okay, understand? Everybody, you finish, you okay, you get, you press 1. You get, you press 1. Yeah? Following? It's okay. Now, listen, everybody. Today, I will go through every questions. Meaning question 2, 3, 4, 5, until 10. If I'm not mistaken, I got 10 questions. So later, if you guys cannot finish, right, you just screenshot or maybe you wait after the seminar, we'll post a YouTube video, so you can watch the video. Just to share with you, I will not share the answer file in the Google Drive. So you will not get any answers. You want the answers? You look at the video. Okay? Thank you so much. Okay, so that's why continue. Now, continue here. Kedaulatan undang-undang is our prinsip keempat rukun negara, okay? That's not important, actually. They're asking you to explain, hey, this principle, can you please explain this kedaulatan undang-undang? Explain the meaning. Kedaulatan undang-undang means what? I told you, kedaulatan undang-undang means the undang-undang very important. Very important means that, okay, it's lagging again. I really don't understand why. It's okay, you can still see the answer. Can lagi. Ayo, lagging. Okay, so everybody, you can see, kerajaan dan rakyat. Kerajaan rakyat, I told you, kedaulatan undang-undang means the undang-undang very important. The government and the citizen, everybody follow the undang-undang. Terikat oleh undang-undang yang perlu dipatuhi. Like this, you get 1 mark. And number 2, kedaulatan undang-undang adalah untuk. Why must we emphasize that the undang-undang is the greatest, is the most important one? Because this is to make sure keadilan dalam kehidupan masyarakat. This is to make sure justice in our society. And also the last one, you can also say, I told you, I will always give 1 more extra answer. So, menjadikan negara aman, stabil, and makmur. So a reminder for all of you, I always mention this in my normal class. Whenever you want to memorize the contoh or the huraian, sometimes you know, when we explain this part here, we have a lot of huraian. And the student always asks me, teacher need to memorize everything. Don't stress yourself. Start from the mini steps. If you really cannot memorize everything, then memorize 2. Why 2? Because you see, structure, always 2 marks 1. minimum 2 marks, maximum 4 marks. Then essay, different story lah. Essay is 6 to 8 marks. So that's why I always tell the student, minimum 2, maximum 4. If you're able to finish everything, you memorize everything lah. That is the best plan, you know. But kalau you really cannot, I understand. Because you got a lot of things you need to do. I mean, you got so many chapters to manage. Someone not one subject, a lot of subjects. So you minimum 2, maximum 4 first. I told you, you see, minimum 2, maximum 4. Cukup lah. But you are aiming for A+, then you need to work harder. Okay, so that's the thing here, my suggestion. So last one here is the KEBAT. Now, before we talk about this, we focus on this first. I want to explain a little bit on this. Now, I'm not sure about some of you. I mean, I know some of you, but I don't know your school teacher, you know. Just want to double confirm with you that your school teacher got mentioned this format. What FHCI, you know, fakta, huraian, contoh, inference. Okay, and even some of the school teachers say not inference is kesimpulan. Now, if your school teacher did mention it, then just do it. Do it for your teacher. Make them happy. Yeah? Just now afternoon I see make them happy. Your teacher got happy life, then you also happy. Really lah, you happy, they happy, you also happy one. They give you the marks. So you do it for your teacher. Your teacher want penanda wacana, do it for her. It's not like you don't know the penanda wacana, right? You know you know the selain itu, di samping itu, okay, it's time for you to shine. Go and write your, you know, go and do all those writing skill. You don't know, you go and ask BM teacher. You can ask me also lah. I can give you a few lah. Okay, boleh faham? Fakta, huraian, contoh, inference. Inference is like a mini conclusion. Okay, if your school teacher mentioned this, go ahead. Kalau tak ada, just write normal. The reason being why your teacher asking you to do fakta, huraian, contoh, inference is because you don't need to think so many facts. You don't need to think so many fakta. Because for some students, they cannot think of it. They cannot have a lot of ideas. I mean, I not say cannot lah. It's just that they cannot perform. So the teacher say very easy one. Just think one of the fakta, then you elaborate from this fakta. Elaborate from this factor. So example, see, this question is telling you Malaysia face a lot of challenges. When we menjaminkan kedaulatan negara kita, we face a lot of challenges. Example like ancaman nasir luar. A lot of outsiders. Nasir luar means like kuasa asing. Nasir luar means kuasa asing. Kuasa luar lah. All these outsiders kacau us, threatening us. So you know your Malaysia history. You know we being ancaman luar. We have a lot of ancaman luar. Example, your communist. So you can say lah, our ancaman nasir luar terhadap kita negara is what? Pencerobohan. You can say people invade our country, attack our country. So you can see I choose a few examples for you. So for me, I will go for pencerobohan sempadan. Attacking, racism, 30 May issue. If you choose to write rusuhan, then you elaborate. Then you huraian, you say that all this anasil causes our country not stable, menjejaskan kestabilan politik, economy, social. That's why you see, you choose any point from your number one answer here. I bracket for you already, seperti all this. You choose. You choose any of it. Dekat from this bracket, act as your fakta. So let's say if you choose rusuhan kaum means racist issue. Ancaman rusuhan kaum. Then your huraian is this point number 3. You say that this is directly affecting our kestabilan politik, economy, social. Then the contoh you can say 30 May issue. Happened in 1969. So inference, I give you already. So oleh itu, kesimpulannya, or you can say sebagai inference-nya, citizen and the government, kerajaan dan rakyat perlulah bekerjasama untuk mengekalkan keamanan dan kemakmuran negara kita. Supaya nasir luar, apa tu, dapat diatasi. So if let's say you want to talk about the pemberontakan, pemberontakan, pencerobohan, then you can say Indonesia, konfrontasi Indonesia. You can mention that. You want to say communists, go ahead. So this is the FHCI, if you're using this format to answer. Kalau your teacher didn't mention anything, then you sesuka hati lah. You write this all fakta, 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 meaning you write like my answer here lah. Just give me fakta, fakta, fakta. You're telling me all this ancaman. Then you explain, and then you tell me, kita perlu ke kerjasama everything. Then fakta huraian also can. Some teacher they asking you like 4 marks. You give them fakta huraian, means you give me the facts, and then you elaborate the facts and elaborate. And then you give me a conclusion. No harm one. You just write one more sentence for your teacher, then conclude. Got some teacher requests like this. So all this is acceptable. So depending on your school teacher, because right now it's school exam. Everyone here, you following? You understand? Got it? This is your question 2. Okay. If everybody good, I move on lah. So this is your question number 3 over here. Question number 3 is all related to langkah-langkah mempertahankan kedaulatan. Because look at the points they're asking. You see, they're asking you as a leader, peranan, jelaskan peranan pemerintah dan rakyat mewujud kestabilan politik dan kemakmuran ekonomi. As a leader, as a citizen, what do you need to do? You know, what is your role in terms of maintaining the stability of the politik, kemakmuran ekonomi? You know, 4 marks there. So everybody, you see here, peranan pemerintah, peranan rakyat. Guys, in this case here, I comma, but try not to comma, because I know some of your school teacher, they want sentences. Then you do it for a teacher. Very easy one. You just say peranan pemerintah. Oh, sorry. So you just say peranan pemerintah adalah apa, seterusnya adalah apa. Like this. Just write the short answers. Short will do. Okay. So the first one here, when we talk about the government, politics, and the economy, so as a leader, what do they need to do? As a leader, you can say avoid rasuah. I told you, mengelakkan amalan rasuah. Then manage the government in a very, effective way. Pentadbiran yang cekap, smooth management, and melaksanakan undang-undang, executing a law. So as a leader, this is what they will do. They will do to defend the kedaulatan. And as a rakyat, as a citizen, what do they need to do? Follow the instruction. So the leader executing the law, then they will follow the undang-undang. Okay? Then the citizen needs to be loyal, setia kepada raja dan negara, and support all the government's activity, program, usaha, and dasar kerajaan. Support the government only. Understand? Okay, so this one is talking about the first factor here. Number 2 is talking about the rakyat yang patriotic as a citizen who love the country. What is your responsibility? This one, a lot of people thought that it's K-BAT, but actually it's not. Bukan. Salah. This one actually is your answer. Apa tu? Your syllabus-based question. Langkah-langkah mempertahankan kedaulatan, iaitu mengukuhkan patriotik, memupuk semangat patriotik. Oh, sorry. Perpaduan, not patriotic. I see wrongly. Haha, paiseh ya. Mengekalkan perpaduan. Maintaining the unity. How do you promote unity? Guys? So you see, I copy the whole sentence here. I copy the whole sentence. When you don't know how to start the question, like you don't know how to start the sentence or to answer your questions, just copy the heading, copy everything from your questions. Sebagai rakyat yang patriotik, tanggungjawab saya untuk mengekalkan perpaduan antara kaum adalah use the same language. I choose why I put number 1 over here is because just now the afternoon session they give me answer. They say respect each other, cultures and religion. Memahami dan menghormati budaya dan agama. Number 2, use the same language, national language. Number 3, following the rules, the rukun negara. Number 4, involved in all this program kemasyarakatan. Number 5, semangat perkongsian dan toleransi, applying all this semangat. Number 6, try to avoid sensitivity kaum. Do not mention all those sensitive issue. mengelakkan menyentuh, do not touch all those like sensitive issue lah. Sensitivity, kau. Boleh faham? Dekat sini. Yep. Okay. So next one over here. Everybody, this question here. This question here, I tell you, there's now morning I did wrongly. Okay. I mean, I do it in the wrong way lah. Wrong demonstration, but it's okay, you know, because I do it with them. Okay. So I do it with them. Okay. This question here, I told them, hey guys, you know, K-bar question got new type of version, you know, we have the new apa tu, new type of soalan K-bar mah. They will give you the paragraph, you know, sometimes. And then just now I tell the student, hey, read the paragraph. Sometimes the paragraph very important one, you know. Mana tau, look at the question here. So next time you know lah, after you reading the paragraph, you must read the question. Read the question. Must understand what's the requirement. What did the teacher asking you to answer, you know. The question is asking you to explain what do they need to do as a citizen to mengukuhkan patriotisme. It's nothing related to the above information. If they really want you to go through this one and you get the information from here, they will ask you to jelaskan petikan atas. Or maybe something dalam petikan atas. Boleh faham? So I'm just telling you, this sometimes the K-bar question, they may ask you to explain, or maybe normally it's asking you to explain what did the paragraph or what did the message above trying to tell you. Then you need to elaborate a bit lah. You need to take the points here and elaborate. So this one, you see, I highlight because I thought it's important. Mana tahu when I read the question, alamak, this one is not related at all. Okay, so that's why don't repeat the same mistake. Don't repeat my mistake. Okay, reminder. So everybody, please explain as a citizen. I want the citizen only, not the leader. So you tell me, as a citizen, what do we need to do? 6 marks here. See, this one is not K-bar, you know. Because dekat itu nota, langkah-langkah mempertahankan kedaulatan, one of it is what? Strengthening our patriotisme, semangat mah. So the answer 6 marks here. You give the contoh, another 1 mark. So number 1, as a citizen, what do we need to do to promote patriotisme, to have the patriotisme, is we need to respect the lambang. Lambang means all the logo, all the symbols that representing our country. So you can full stop Then you can give me sebagai contohnya adalah bendera jalur gemilang, lagu kebangsaan, lagu negaraku. You can give me contoh-contoh like the name. You know the name, the flag, and the songs. You can even tell me the Jata Negara also can. Jata Negara means the logo. Number 2, menyanjungi dan memelihara adat warisan negara. Menyanjungi means that you look up to, you respect. Menyanjungi means that you respect, you look up. Don't look down. Look down means like you merendah, memandang rendah. Ini menyanjungi. Menyanjung means you defending, you protecting. You menyanjungi adat warisan. All this warisan, all these customs of our country. You protect it means you love your country And you meningkatkan image negara. Make our country famous. And then menghargai tokoh dan pemimpin negara kita. Celebrating our Hari Kemerdekaan and Hari Malaysia. Last one, support Malaysia team. When they're having a pertandingan antarabangsa, everything. Clear. All good? Everyone here, you okay? Yeah? So everybody, right now, for question number 4 over here, I will not go through with you. I will just show you the answer because it is repeated. So repeated means what? They're asking you to explain traditional, modern, and undang-undang. Right? So this one, if you don't want to take the answer, it's okay. You don't want to screenshot, it's okay. You do it on your own. Later, you refer back to the video. Okay? Later, you refer back to the video to check your answer, or even you can refer the notes, the short notes there. Teacher, could we take the answers from the Petika as well? Or you mean this one? Can. Why not? But you are not telling me what you do, because Purana means your tanggung jawab. Because this one is more like telling you, to make sure our kedaulatan negara kita, we need to mengekalkan kemerdekaan and kedaulatan. Kebebasan, all these things. I already read just now with the Mandarin class student. They say, teacher, these are not the answer. So that's why this one, I told you, useless one. Okay, can get the answer. Can get. Okay. Now everybody, can you see traditional modern undang-undang? Undang-undang over here. And then the chiri-chiri. Chiri-chiri. This one is just, hey, listen. Although this one is huraikan chiri-chiri, but it's only like 4 marks. And you know lah, ciri-ciri negara kita only got 4. Right? When we have a country, you see, negara yang berdaulat, when we are a country that has the power, yang berdaulat, ada kuasa tertinggi, when we have the power means we have our government. We able to manage our own government. Like this is 1 mark. Manage our own land, draw the borderline, sempadan, mempunyai perundangan, law. And the last one is the citizen. Like this 4 marks already. You no need to elaborate. But of course, if you want to elaborate, can also. But no point lah. It's only 4 marks lah. Unless they give you 8 marks, then you elaborate lah. Okay? So this is the chiri-chiri. Since they're asking chiri-chiri. Okay, the last one here, this is telling you as a leader, what do they need to do to maintain the kedaulatan? As a leader, what do they need to do to maintain our rights, our power? So you reply, you answer lah. You see that we must have what? As a leader, they must love the country lah. Hello. They must love the country. Cinta akan negara. Manage the government well. Manage it in a telus. Telus means like transparent. Means don't rasuah lah, basically. Transparent way. Teliti, adil. Telus dan adil. So menghapuskan amalan rasuah. Okay. Menjadi bangsa yang bermakrah means we protect the makrah bangsa negara kita. Then melahirkan rakyat yang setia kepada negara. Semangat sanggup berkorban. Willing to sacrifice for the country. So we need to, as a leader, must try their best to avoid the campur tangan and pencerobohan negara luar. Defending the country, defending the warisan. The dasar negara must be what? Good. Okay? Dasar negara kita must be good and mendapat sokongan rakyat. Okay? Meningkatkan image diri dan negara. These are all the leaders they need to do. You see, all this is like fakta. So if you want the huraian, again, guys, don't worry, because remember just now, I told you, if you really want the huraian elaboration, everything, the contoh, you can refer back to the langkah there. Still remember just now, I told you the langkah. Langkah, as a leader, what did they need to do? Patriotisme, got the elaboration. Perpaduan, got the elaboration there. Right? Stabila polity, also got the elaboration there. So you can always refer back to the langkah. No need to give me all these kebab answers sometimes. You can refer back to the langkah. But you need to give me based on the pemimpin. Okay, langkah, refer to pemerintah there. Okay? So this is your chapter 1. Chapter 1. Boleh faham? Everybody, shall we look at chapter 2 now? Shall we look at chapter 2 now? Now, chapter 2 over here, we have a lot of essay. So later, maybe you will be, a bit tired, everything. If you are tired, you also go toilet break, everything lah. So there's no break for my class, okay? Just in case some of you are waiting for the break and everything. So if you really want a break, go break now. So everybody, you following? Then we continue. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So right now, question number 5 over here. I put a lot of essay here. I'm so sorry, because I want you guys to practice, And I want to show you your marking scheme. Yeah, you see, all this red color actually is your teacher's answer, your teacher's schema jawaban. So your teacher will look for the keyword. When you write, they will check, is there any keyword that mentions Sultan sebagai pemerintah? Okay, then I give you marks. But of course, your school teacher wants you to put it as, in a sentence. So question number 5 over here is talking about the law, and the law mentioned that what? Perlembagaan lah, undang-undang tertinggi. So they're telling you based on our sejarah, latar belakang, we realize that our law, undang-undang perlembagaan, is based on undang-undang negeri Melayu and undang-undang English, and they form the perlembagaan. So when we talk about undang-undang negeri Melayu, what is the ciri-ciri that, explains the undang-undang Melayu? Remember, Melayu law. Malay law is always talk about what? Their king, sultan. Sultan's position is act as a pemerintah, and they're telling you as a citizen in the law that they mentioned, the king position very high, citizen needs to be loyal, and then the law is decided by the sultan. This one you guys know, right? Sultan last time, very powerful one. So that's why all this is ciri-ciri undang-undang Melayu. Then how about ciri-ciri undang English? So you see, explain. This one is really briefly, you see, I just nyatakan, because the question nyatakan, so I just give you the point, pam. I didn't explain the details. But this one I explain, oh. So you see, oh, you're British, always remember, undang-undang English become the asas. But you must understand one thing. It's not like they copy every single undang-undang from the England there, the law, the Charter of Justice. Yes, it's true they introduced Charter of Justice at NNS, but that doesn't mean that they apply every single law from your England there. So they will choose those that relevant and is good bersesuaian sesuai dengan kita lah. Baru diguna pakai. This is the second point. So that's why you can see here. You can see, sorry, ignore the effect. So that's why you can see here, we have the undang-undang English, applies at NNS and all the Malay states, also at Sarawak and Sabah. Now, Sarawak and Sabah, because they don't have, if you realize, guys, just in case why I mentioned NNS, Sarawak, and Sabah only, because all these states, they don't have kings. Everybody, did you realize? The reason why all these states, they have undang-undang English is because they don't have king. I told you just now, undang-undang negeri Melayu. Ada Melayu. Ada Melayu means ada king . So your king decide the undang-undang. Undang-undang ditentukan oleh sultan. Tetapi dekat sini, these few states, they don't have the king. That's why they introduce English law. Sarawak application of law ordinance. Sabah application of law ordinance. Get the idea? Again, they will choose the relevant one. Not every single thing they apply. Easy, okay, Now the next one over here is telling you, can you guys please suggest me what do we need to do, or how we defend the undang-undang? How we defend the kedaulatan undang-undang? So number 1 is menanam semangat patriotisme. What can we do? Yeah, how do we defend undang-undang? Means we need to like menanam semangat patriotisme, because when you patriotisme, you will follow the country, make sure the country stabil dan makmur. Number 2, menghormati institusi raja. Yeah, because the law says that the king is the leader, so we must respect. Then you follow the law. Tidak melanggar undang-undang negara. Applying good lifestyle, you don't go and involve in crime, don't go and break the rules. Okay, mengelakkan gejala sosial yang negatif, case jenayah, all those things. Menguatkan jati diri, dignity, and perpaduan. Perpaduan. That's how you should defend your undang-undang. Clear? So far, so good. The rest of you following? Clear? No need to copy first, but you can screenshot. So right now, question number 6, screenshot first. Okay, my Wi-Fi lag again. Give me 1 minute. Alamak. Apa macam? Saya pun tak tahu. Okay, sudah siap. Okay, screenshot dulu. Screenshot first. Screenshot first. And then I explain. This one very important. This one very important, okay? Okay, everybody. Question number 6. Here. I zoom in. Sorry. I need to pause and share, pause and share. Okay. So fine, it's okay. Come, let's look at this. Now, this is talking about the sejarah on how we create our undang-undang. So they're telling you at first it started by Perak. Perak started first. I told you, Perak meeting. After that, we have the Persekutuan Tanah Melayu. Okay, in 1957. Okay, so listen, everybody. They're asking you what is the importance of this meeting. This meeting at Perak 1877. You can see I boxed these two words, meaning this is very important. Remember, this meeting at Perak, why they so important? Because this is the very first time we started to defend our undang-undang, our rights. We start to request we want to discuss about our law. Now, always remember, when we want to discuss the law or create the law, we will go for meeting, discussion, majelis. Okay? You still remember your Form 5 Chapter 3? This year, Form 5 Chapter 3, right? We talk about Parliament meeting. We talk about the DUN, Dewan Undangan Negeri. The DUN is the state government meeting that discuss about the law. Then Parliament is for the whole country, Persekutuan Malaysia. Right? That one is Form 5 Chapter 3. This one they're telling you is before Merdeka, 1877. That time we still under British. Your negeri Perak already starts to what? Request. So tengok, saya punya explanation. I told you it's very important. Mesyuarat Majlis Negeri ini, okay? Mesyuarat Majlis Negeri Perak 1877 is the first meeting we have at Perak. Mesyuarat Pertama Majlis Negeri Perak is the very first one. And I told you, we started to lead the meeting. We go through the meeting and we decide the law lah. So you see, dipengerusi Raja Muda Yusof. So the president is the king, our king. So I told you, our job in this meeting, what is this meeting for? Tujuan majlis ini adalah untuk mengubah undang-undang bagi negeri Perak, to create the law for Perak. And because of Perak started to do that, the negeri Melayu yang lain, they also started to use their majlis negeri to do the same thing. They also learn from Melaka lah. Learn from Perak. Learn from Perak. So Perak started, so they learn from Perak, majlis negeri Perak. So their majlis negeri, the negeri Melayu lain also started. So this is like a starting point. Titik tolak undang-undang negara kita. This is like start on how we start to form our undang-undang. That's why you have the Undang-Undang Melayu. 1877. They started to create. Okay? So this is the Perak one. Then for part B here, you can see, I purposely put down this one here is to explain to you what is the differences between Jawatan Kuasa and Suruhanjaya. Because got some students, they confuse. Even I myself, last time when I studied sejarah, also confused. I explained this a lot of time already. But I just repeat one more time. Jawatan Kuasa is committee group. Suruhanjaya is commission group. Both of them, same group. Their job is also meeting, discussion, and they do something, melaksanakan some certain tugas. It's just that the only differences here is the commission. Suruhanjaya is like they're very specific with the mission. Yeah, the specific punya mission. Example, look at this one. Terangkan, they're asking you to explain how we create our undang-undang when we achieving Merdeka in 1957. So this is related to a Form 4. Form 4 Chapter 9, if I'm not mistaken. Chapter 9, yes. So you still remember, we form a Suruhanjaya Perlembagaan. And the name is called Suruhanjaya Perlembagaan Persekutuan Tanah Melayu. I told you, Suruhanjaya is a co-mission group. It's a meeting group with a specific mission. So the mission is to do what? To create the law. For who? Persekutuan Tanah Melayu. Listen here. This meeting group is to create the law. For who? Persekutuan Tanah Melayu. Make sense? And you can see I put an equal sign there. Meaning, he has another nickname. He has another name. This meeting group has another name. It's called Suruhanjaya Read. And look carefully, everybody. Tengok. Wow, you write this one here. You tell me, wow, they form a group, and the group is called Suruhanjaya Perlembagaan Persekutuan Tanah Melayu. Like this, you get 1 mark. And then you mention another time the nickname, another 1 mark. Wow. Easy marks, oh. If you remember 2 names, 2 marks, oh. Dekat sini lah. Boleh faham? So now, you understand what you need to memorize already, right? You see, because for some reason they ask me one, hey teacher, so how can I memorize the short one? Go ahead lah. No worries, man. Because you write both also got marks. So this is the reason why I say you should look at the question answer. No, please don't just read the nota. Because you read the nota, it seems like, wow, a lot of things you need to memorize. But now you know, okay, I memorized both, I got 2 marks. If kalau saya memorize 1 mark sajalah. Understand? So you see, number 1, number 2, easy marks. Oh. And why is it called Suruhanjaya Read? It's because the leader is Lord Read. And the moment you see Lord Read, you know that the one that leading the meeting, because right now we are making the law, guys. Suruhanjaya Perlembagaan is to create the law for who? For our country. You know, for our country. So right now the leader is not our local leader. Not our local leader. You realize one thing. So you see, that's why our undang-undang here, everything is berasaskan modal Westminster. What is modal Westminster? Basically, it's a government system lah. It's referring to democracy lah. Means ikut amalan demokrasi. So that's why you can see here when we started to enforce the law, berkuat kuasa sejurus selepas merdeka. Right after we got merdeka, we immediately enforce the law. Okay, ini menjadi asas kepada perlembagaan negara kita pada hari ini. So in 1963, when we formed Malaysia, so today our Malaysia law, we are based on this. So this is a very important foundation, asas kepada perlembagaan negara hari ini. Today, our law is also based on this. So this law very important. So this is my answer here. Total 6 marks already until here. And the last one here, if you realize that I bracket, right? I bracket is just to tell you this one really is like an additional point. So remember just now I said Lord Read. He's not local, but he is the president, the leader of this meeting group to create the law for our country. So must understand, right now this Suruhanjaya Read, inside all the members, they are not locals. You forgot already, refer back to it from 4 chapter 9. I got show you the pictures. Dekat my nota, even the textbook. Am I right? So inside the nota there, they got mention Suruhanjaya Read, inside got a lot of members, Adam Malik lah, Hakim from other country lah. You know, none of them is from our government here. No Chinese, no Malay. Itu India is originally from India. It's not our local Indians here. So listen, they are all outsiders. Yes, they're very professional. Yes, they're very adil and saksama. But you must understand, our culture, dekat sini, warisan, itu agama, religion, background, everything is so different. So that's why they need some guideline. 5 perkara tema rujukan utama. So our government give them some guidelines. It's called tema rujukan for them to refer. So these are the 5 things that we give them to refer. So when they create the law, they need to make sure that they mention about the federal government, kerajaan persekutuan yang kukuh. They talk about the raja-raja position. They talk about the parliament rights. And also they must mention the citizenship, which is everybody focus on this. And the last one is hak istimewa orang Melayu dan kepentingan sah kaum lain. These are the 5 issues that they need to refer when they create the law. So far, everybody, you understand for part A and B. A and B very important. A and B very, very important here. Everybody here, you're good? Wait. Yeah. Okay, wait. Sejurus means immediately, right after we got merdeka. Berkuat kuasa sejurus means like right after, immediately. immediately after Merdeka. Anything else? Okay, can. Yeah, move on lah. I move on lah. Before they start to lag, because just now got lag a bit. Okay, before we start, before we continue here, they're telling you what's the importance of this law for our country. What's the importance? Kepentingan Perlembagaan Persekutuan Tanah Melayu. What's the importance of this law here? So under this case, you must see that menjaminkan masa depan. But for me, I don't want to write this. This is like too easy. For me, I will say the law is very important for our country is because they defending our rights. This will be my answer. Number one, defending our rights. And remember, the law is important not just for our citizens, but also for our country. So you see, rights, our human rights, hak asasi rakyat. As a human, what is our basic rights? What is our freedom? Protect our safety. And you can say kesejahteraan, social, also can. Membolehkan penglibatan dalam pembentukan kerajaan. This one, yes, the law mentioned that we citizens have the rights to vote the government, everything, so we can involve in the government. So you can elaborate by saying that we take part in the what? We take place in what? Pilihan raya. The law says so. You see, the law got mentioned. Menikmati kemajuan ekonomi dan social. We start to enjoy the benefits, the improvement, and then we become the warga negaraan because the law got mentioned the citizenship. And based on the law, you can understand the hala tujuh. Hala tujuh means like the direction. So based on all this, you see the law here, you understand that our government is democracy, berparlimen, at the same time also got raja-raja. Correct. See, we talk about the Raja-Raja Melayu. So based on this, based on the law, you know, our country got Raja-Raja law. And then our country at the same time is also democracy law. Then the citizenship, how does it work? Special rights, hak istimewa. Right? So all this, hala tujuh. And the next one is menghayati pentadbiran yang telus. So because of the law, we able to have a pentadbiran yang transparent. Telus means like transparent one. Openly like transparent. Openly transparent. Okay? Boleh faham everybody over here? So far so good, everyone. So you finish screenshot, yeah? It's okay. Later you can look at the thing one. Replay. So now let's look at question number 7. Question 7 is also essay. I know the question is only 4 marks, but actually it's essay. I changed the format a bit only. Okay, come, let's look at this. Okay, question 7 is an essay. So you can see, I give you the full answer here. So you no need to write every single thing. As long as you write the points, then you will get the answer. You will get the marks. So dekat question sini, ciri-ciri utama. Okay, this is the ciri-ciri. Remember, we have the ciri-ciri traditional and modern. So right now, this Kesultanan dan Pemerintahan Beraja is one of the ciri-ciri traditional over here. So they're asking you to explain. So obvious. Kesultanan dan Pemerintahan Beraja means what? Our government has sultan. Sultan is our pemerintah berdaulat and have the full power in our government here. Number 1. But remember, I told you, our country a bit special, even though we have the Raja, we have the Sultan, but doesn't mean that we have the, we are not fully using it. We are not fully applying it. So you can see, disesuaikan dengan konsep demokrasi. This one, you will get another 1 mark. And then you give me contoh. Example, Agong is the one that in charge of the negara. He's the leader of the negara. So this one is dekat peringkat negara. So Agong is the ketua negara, and these are all the power here. That's why I bracket. I bracket means you choose. You choose either one to memorize. So your Agong has the power to mengampun. Your Agong has the power to menangguhkan hukuman. Mengampun means what? Mengampun means what? Pardon. Forgive. Rausu. Okay? Menangguh means delay. Delay the judgment, delay the hukuman. And your Agong has the power to appoint the leaders. Appoint the important jawatan. Example, important jawatan like Perdana Menteri, all those menteri, those officers, right? This is negara. Tengok sini, negara. Point number 3. So here you choose any one of it to 4. Point number 4. Then like this, you get full marks already, ma. But I told you might get right extra. So state government. State government is the king. I told you we have the king. We have banyak kings. So Agong is a ketua negara. Raja is ketua negeri. So you need to tell me your Raja is ketua negeri, 1 mark. And then you tell me they have the power to lead the government. How they lead the government? Kuasa executive means he really can lead and manage. But he needs to base on the Majelis Mesyuarat Negeri, the state government meeting. So bracket here again is telling you the sultan for dekat itu negeri-negeri masing-masing. So dekat I mean at their own state there they have what kind of power? Again same thing. Kuasa mengampun, kuasa menangguhkan hukuman, and also melantik jawatan dalam negeri. Remember it's dalam negeri. Jawatan utama negeri. And number 7 over here. This Kesultanan and Pemerintah Beraja, this ciri-ciri dikenali sebagai tonggak kehormatan dan keadilan. So guys, basically they're telling you Sultan, this kingdom is very important because act as a main support for the kehormatan and keadilan of the country. So you see your Sultan and Raja, they still have the power to menguniakan anugerah, penghormatan, and bintang kehormat, means the badges recognition kepada individu yang terpilih. Normally this individu yang terpilih is those that contribute a lot to Malaysia or maybe contribute a lot to the government. So the Sultan or the Agong, they will menguniakan ini gelaran, special gelaran, anugerah or badges bintang kehormatan. So this is your question number 7 here. So you can screenshot dulu. Question number 7. Okay, and then ciri modern. Ciri modern here. So ciri modern here, number 1, kerajaan persekutuan. So ciri modern, they're asking you to explain the whole thing, ma. So you just you must mention these 3 points. Ciri pertama ialah kerajaan persekutuan, ciri kedua ialah sistem demokrasi berparlimen, and the last one is the citizenship. And then you need to elaborate. So remember I told you, every single time when you comes to the huraian and the contoh, you must remember 2, 2, 2 for me. So imagine right now, guys, this question is 8 marks. And the 3 fakta so easy, ma. This is the point. The purple color one is the point. So the moment you mention the point, you already got 3 marks, you know. And then every single point you elaborate 2 huraian, 2 huraian, 2 huraian. Then you can easily get 9 marks there. You understand? Because the first fakta plus 2 huraian ma. Second fakta plus 2 huraian ma. This one plus 2 huraian ma. Total how many? 3, 3, 3. 9 marks full marks ini ma. Cukup So actually not the difficult one. Okay? Take it slow and steady. So now come, let's look at this. Ciri modern. Ciri modern, the first one is, I told you, your British introduced us this ciri. It's called kerajaan persekutuan. Persekutuan means federation government. So you need to tell me federation government. Okay, so when we talk about the federation government system, yes, we have the federation government, but at the same time, state government also have their kuasa tertentu. So you can give me example. Example, we form Malaysia, this country. Malaysia is a persekutuan government. But your Sabah Sarawak, they have their own state government rights. So Sabah Sarawak diberi beberapa otonomi. So like this, 3 marks, 3 points. Number 2, demokrasi berparlimen. Demokrasi berparlimen, this thing, you explain our country starts to have election. And the purpose of having this election is to choose the leader, form the government. Either one you choose. So therefore, Suruhanjaya, this commission group was being formed, is to make sure keadilan pilihan raya dilaksanakan. So I told you, specific mission. Once the mission done, the group ended. See, once the pilihan raya done, no more Suruhanjaya. You get the idea. And the last one here is the ciri-ciri ketiga, yaitu kewarganegaraan persekutuan. The citizenship. So they introduce this and make sure that our kewarganegaraan sama kepada semua rakyat. Everybody get the same citizenship here. The elaborations. Boleh faham? Ini question 7. Following? Everybody? If you're done, press 1. Wait, it seems like now very smooth one. Don't know why. Suddenly very smooth. Can I? If everybody good, shall we look at this one over here? This one is telling you, the law is very important. What will happen if we did not defend the law? Like if we did not protect the law, if we just like, go against ignoring the undang-undang, what will happen? Then you can tell me the country will be kucak kacil, huru hara, a lot of things will be, happening, a lot of bad things will be lost control. You can say dipersendakan, lost control happen, rusuhan kawan will be happen because no one follow the rules everybody just ignore the law tidak dipertahankan and then we have new types of ancaman. Maybe people starts to do gejala social negative yang baharu in a new form. Example like online, they do it online. So citizens live in fear. Our safety was being threatened. Our defenses is not strong enough. Tidak dapat dibina. Keharmonian hidup tergugat. Citizens not united together as one. Any more answers? Come on, guys. You want to contribute some? Anyone? Because this one is really kebat. This one is really kebat. Like, no idea. Okay, if no idea, then we just continue with the question number 8. Our economy. Can, good. Economy will be what? Will be affected. Yes. Good. I see. Top up the answer. You write down on your own. Kerajaan merosot. You can say our government kingdom starts to merosot, economy merosot. Anything else? Image negara akan terjejas. Yes, good answer. Yeah, really Imagine our country no law. Then you can say we have war. War may start because everybody not following rules perlembagaan. Can you imagine perlembagaan is undang-undang tertinggi. So you must always understand your roots, Kedaulatan is the root. Kedaulatan is the chapter 1, the root. The root for the chapter 2 is perlembagaan. So imagine like the undang-undang tertinggi tidak dipertahankan oleh rakyat, means no one following the law, no one defending the law. Wow, that is terrible. So everybody, if let's say the KEBAK question super difficult, I don't know you guys but sometimes I see the physical class student especially my physical class student maybe because they BM weak Oh my god, I tell you the structured questions, right? Like example like this kind of essay questions maybe I don't know maybe the student don't understand what is element, the student don't understand the word element. Wow, they langsung give up they don't want to do or maybe they don't understand mempertahankan, they just don't do. Cannot, don't do that. Try your best, guess the meaning. No choice, you don't know but you don't want to leave it blank you guess okay, undang-undang very important. You don't know what is element, it's okay, don't care. Element, okay, important. The law is very important. Sekiranya rakyat tidak mempertahankan, or if the citizen did not what the thing, did not upper the law, what will happen? Something bad will happen Not following the law, not protecting the law, not defending the law, something bad will happen So everybody, always remember, relevant answer. Okay, relevant answer. Very important here. Okay, question number 8 over here. Actually, it is repeated questions. Repeated question over here, yes. So I'm not going through it together with you. You can take down the answer now, screenshot. So the question number 8 here is talking about the ciri-ciri traditional. They just asking you to list out, senaraikan. Then question number B here is talking about the citizenship. So explain the citizenship over there. So this is like, you can say it's a ciri-ciri modern. So we have all this citizenship is based on the perjanjian, everything. They mention apa-apa, then you elaborate. Okay? So this one is telling you perlembagaan very important. Again, the law is very important. Please explain and discuss. So same thing. Because chapter 2 is talking about the law. So they will always ask you, do you think the law is important? Screenshot. Okay, now let's look at question 9. Question 9, very, very important. And I will do some correction in my question here. So please screenshot ya. Screenshot because I ada kesalahan dekat my jawapan there. Okay. So question number 9A. Question number 9A. Question number 9A. So everybody ready? After we finish this, I think we can we done. Okay. Now question number 9 over here is talking about pindaan, changes. Okay, so we changed in 1963, 1965. What's the reason that causes we have some, you know, pindaan dalam 1963? Mengapa? Why? Because we formed Malaysia. And then you tell me, you prove it to me. Okay, Malaysia formed by combining Persekutuan Tanah Melayu, Sabah, Sarawak, and Singapore. See, I told you just now. Like this, you get 2 marks. And because we have new members joining us, we have new members joining us, so therefore we need to adapt, menyesuaikan peruntukan ke atas negeri-negeri baharu. So therefore, like this, you get 3 marks already. You get full marks already. Actually, you write until here, you can stop already. That's why you see, I give you some extra answer, tambahan pula. Additionally, now remember like this, why we mention about the structure mahkamah? Why we mention about the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri di Sabah Sarawak? Think like this. Singapore, they located at here, West Malaysia here, correct or not? Nearby our Tanah Melayu, So kalau ada apa case, right, they can discuss dekat Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. Means we have the High Court. Okay, we have the Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya. So they can, I mean, West Malaysia here, settle, easy to settle. The thing is East Malaysia. Itu Sabah Sarawak there. Hey, you cannot be like, hey, I got important case, you come over here lah, So mafan, so troublesome. So that's why they need to do some structure adjustment, no? So they have their court, our court over here, you know, easy lah to handle all those issue. Or else they need to always travel here and there, and wasting time, and also there's a cost, there's a cost tinggi. You understand? So this is number 1. You can mention that in your question under here. In 1963, what are the changes we do the adjustment is the structure mahkamah. Number 2 is the state government leader. I told you already, every single state we have the negeri or even the leader. Sabah Sarawak, they have no king. That's why they call Yang di-Pertuan Negeri. Everybody take note, ini bukan Yang di-Pertuan, is Petua. Why called Petua? Tua means ketua. Yang di-Pertuan Negeri, Ketua Negeri means state government leader. So we introduced the state government leader for these 2 states, and we written down in the law lah. Boleh faham? This is 1963. So let's talk about the detail. The kesan-kesan pindaan perlembagaan 1963. I told you we have the structure. We changed some structure, right? The structure. So what's the structure change is the Mahkamah Atasan. Okay, the story is like this. Can you see I add some answer here? I told you ada sikit mistake lah. So I add here. Awal means the beginning stage. When we just got Merdeka in 1957, because it's only West Malaysia, we baru Merdeka, you tahu. We a bit blur, we don't know anything. So our mahkamah is following what? Our mahkamah is following England style lah. Follow England style lah, the structure, everything. But right now, sekarang, we form Malaysia. Bagi Malaysia dekat sini. Capital letter. So we start to change the structure. So the Mahkamah Atasan no longer following England. Right now we have the Mahkamah Persekutuan. And you need to tell me, this Mahkamah Persekutuan is very important. Act as a court to mendengar persoalan perlembagaan, or maybe mendengar persoalan pertikaian antara kerajaan persekutuan dan kerajaan negeri. So any issues, any problems that relates to the law, they will discuss in the court. I mean, dekat itu Mahkamah Persekutuan, they will hear these cases. And then the court, Mahkamah Persekutuan, is also settling the the conflict between the Persekutuan and the state government. Serious matter ma. So they will settle at the Mahkamah Atas, which is called Mahkamah Persekutuan. Ini step 1. The first kesan-kesan. Boleh faham? I told you the structure change. Then the second thing is we form a Borneo court, a Borneo High Court for the East Malaysia. So I told you West Malaysia here we are using Mahkamah Tinggi Malaya So West Malaysia here we still continue remaining. But we form a new one is at Borneo there. So to settle their cases menguruskan soal kehakiman di Sabah Sarawak. And therefore they have a new jawatan for the Ketua Hakim. Then we need to appoint a Ketua Hakim Borneo over there in charge the cases over there. What I worried the most is the Mahkamah. Remember, this one is the structure. The structure means the pattern. Itu corak punya structure. Last time we follow England. That's why you see I mentioned we follow England. After that we change. Right now we're in Malaysia. And then the second thing is we form a new high court for them. Borneo, Sabah Sarawak. It's two different things. One is the structure, which is the pattern. Another one is the high court. See the difference? Careful. And the last one here is we introduce Yang di-Pertuan Negeri bagi Sabah Sarawak. Some people, they ask me, teacher, why no Singapore? Because Singapore, at the end of the day, sudah pemisahan. So, no point learning that. We focus more on Sabah Sarawak. Okay? So they're telling you, as a Yang di-Pertuan Negeri, they have the power in the government. So they need to take the advice from Majlis Tertinggi. Dekat Sarawak lah, the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Sarawak, they need to listen to the advice of Majlis Tertinggi. And for the Sabah, they need to listen to Cabinet Negeri. Boleh faham? So this is the kesan-kesan. And the last one here is Tunku Abdul Rahman. See? They have another pindaan in 1965. So this one is talking about the Singapore law. They're asking you why Tunku Abdul Rahman bring this issue to the parliament, so that Singapore will, because they keluar dari Malaysia. You mentioned that he keluar dari Malaysia, point number 1 over here. And then all the perkara that relates to Singapore dimansuhkan. Dimansuhkan means abolish, cancel off. So antara the topik or antara perkara yang berkaitan dengan Singapore, what are the things they mentioned? God mentioned Singapore punya is the kuasa immigration, the power to control the immigration in and out, kewangan, hubungan luar, and pertahanan, defenses. All these perkara, the section that has the Singapore topic 1, they just abolish it, cancel it. So ini contoh-contoh. So the last one over here, they're telling you, this is kebat lah. Basically, they're asking you, why must we keep on upgrading, changing, supaya sentiasa relevant dengan keperluan semasa? Why must we keep on upgrading, changing it? To make sure it's relevant to our current situation. Because we need to, why must we always upgrade or change? Then you can say, it's based on the current situation. Berdasarkan situasi pada masa tersebut we need to change. Example in 1957, we created, because of the situation at that moment, our country status is different. Previously, we using the British law because we under their penjajahan. Tapi sekarang, our situation is different. Situation berbeza. So we need to change. Number 2, we change is because our mindset, our thinking is different. Right now, the society, our gaya pemikiran, our thinking, our mindset, everything is different. The culture is different. Number 3, we become more modernized already. So, of course, our undang-undang also need to follow, improve, develop. And number 4, I told you, open-minded, knowledgeable. So, sekarang, we also need to upgrade because our thinking different. Definitely, we will discuss different issues. So therefore, we will change the undang-undang. So example, ini contoh-contoh. You see, I told you our thinking, we're getting more modern, our mindset, our knowledge, everything different already. So you see, right now they change. The recently one is the usia mengundi ma. Do you know last time 18 years, at 21 years old only you can go for vote. You only can go for mengundi. Usia untuk mengundi adalah 21 years old last time. You 21 years old only you qualified to become, I mean, you able, eligible to become the person to go and vote the government. But right now they changed to 18 years old. Why? Because they want to open up the chance. Lebih banyak, lebih ramai belia means youth, 青少年. They want you guys to understand democracy. That's why you see your Form 5 emphasize democracy, everything. So vote wisely in future, everybody. Use your rights wisely. Okay? Menggunakan ini dengan bijaksana. So think carefully. So that's why this is the changes. Pindaan. Everybody, chapter 2, we done. Everybody, you get the idea here. So, before you go, one last part is the objective. So I provide you 2 sets of questions, which is the chapter 1 and chapter 2. So the objective question, I did not follow the exam format because your exam format is total 40 questions, but I only give you 30. So this is the answer. You may screenshot and try it on your own. Okay, and that's all from me today. If you have no question, itu saja. Good luck for your exam. 加油. Take care. And that's all. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care. 再见. Bye-bye.